Stop playing stupid. You screwing up the youth and all the children are our future. You don't care about the kids. Look at all the school shootings. You're pro-gun, it's your fault. Stop making those excuses. You think anyone who don't agree with you is just a bigot. You're a fascist, you're a Nazi. You just mad because you trigger. You're just jealous of the left because we're progressive and we're winning.
You said go from lightest to darkest,
Yeah,
right?
dude, just the normal tweets.
So which
and
one?
Then
I
show
know,
me
I know.
the actual
Hold on.
meat.
So, which one do you think is the darkest, and which one do you think is the lightest?
The lightest has to be the Syriacs.
What we're not gonna do is normalize shooting and killing somebody because you disagree with them. You cannot be anti-gun violence, then suddenly be okay with what happened to Charlie Kirk. It has nothing to do with which side you're on here, it's about having common fucking sense. And no, before I get any peanut-brained reply suggesting that this means I'm a huge fan of the guy, shut the fuck up. I disagree with a lot of his shit, but he doesn't deserve to be murdered over it. He deserves it comments make you look like a
Syriacs pulling out the big tweets.
I don't condone it, but I don't feel sorry for people who support genocide. Yo, this comes back later. You ready for this? I'm not on the side for he deserves it, but I'm also not very sorry for him. Though, but his family and kids, I feel very sad for them and send in prayers toward them. Oh, thank God there's a guy in here. And I think we can move forward. At least I didn't find one of the squad members up in here. But let's go with the gotcha. I'm sure this was one of the don't let me take our guns guys scum. I hope he rots in hell. I hope that one isn't about a specific guy that happened to have died. Oh, normal tweet. Oh my God. I was about sorry.
Yeah, you ain't catching Syriac slipping. You'll catch rhyme slip. You
ain't that'll come later. He doesn't make a tweet. He reposts other people's negative tweets. So that'll happen later. I think we want to go from Syriac to Dotto, so we have a little bit more levity of the Charlie Kirk situation.
No empathy for him. He died by what he believed in.
I mean, that's an accurate statement. He died for doing what he believed in. He was sitting there doing his job.
Well, yeah, he just sat there.
He did, in fact, do that. There was no bulletproof glass. He wasn't scared to do any of that.
Unfortunately, now there should be.
Yes,
bulletproof glass.
I'm telling you, if the right people
step in the booth,
I know,
so we can talk.
I know, if the right people would just start carrying around bulletproof glass that you have to get behind in order to do actual rallies, and then the left people don't have those bulletproof things, you're gonna have a political statement, and it's not gonna be a good one. This will come back later, but I only saw him as like a YouTuber guy. Obviously, he had the real America's voice. Did you even know he had that?
Yeah, duh.
I knew, but like I didn't pay attention to it. Dude, if the video I just saw was real, this shit is not cool. We actually gotta tone down politics in this country by a good margin. That shit was horrible to see. I've seen some shit on the internet, but that was graphic and sad, man. And he quote tweets Hassan.
There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid, just in fraud alone.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott, okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him a prominent part of the Republican Party.
The Hassan and the Three Idiots podcast would go fucking hard.
I don't think that this is bad.
No. That's just him acknowledging the video, the event. So somebody shows him the worth the Second Amendment.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Yeah, worth the Second Amendment thing.
Yeah.
So he goes and says, you can be wrong, like he was here, and not once in America where it's dealt with how it was today. I understand the anger of not getting, and I told you so moment, and I understand and want more solutions to crimes committed with guns in this country. But it changes nothing if we are just okay with this happening at that point. It's already wraps for us. How do you tone down politics in a country that supports Israel? Oh my God. Yeah, wow, I told you, dude. What is this shit?
Oh my God, dude.
How do you tone down the politics in a country that supports Israel and actively hates trans people? Doing nothing means letting horrible things happen. If one of the bastards who spreads hatred needs to eat lead, give them a bullet. Now let's see how Dotto seems. I don't know. I didn't pre-read this, and I'm not even reading it while I'm talking. I'm looking at you instead of actually looking at it and reading it beforehand. Ready? You talk, you discuss, and you make political moves. If you have to kill people, it's already fucked, top to bottom. Both mainstream and alternate will not be discussing these things. Hassan, people left-leaning, streamers literally had a debate lined up with Charlie. I thought he had a debate lined up with Charlie. I was looking forward to that. Oh my god, that was gonna be fucking peak content. At least the political brain rot. Jesus Christ. Now that's gone. His base unreachable and any progression completely stunted for who knows how long.
These people have played a formative role in Charlie Kirk's situation. He has played a formative role in his own demise by playing a part in a media landscape, in a media environment that normalizes this death and destruction.
Bellevue Drive, and I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15. Like that's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office, and he's resigning. Like he's literally, this is his last term. So I think that people are a lot more radical.
It's hurt poor people that they can afford housing in Berkeley. I don't know how that works.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
Charlie Kirk was a genocide apologist, anti-immigrant, anti-abortion, anti-women's rights, anti-anything human rights, very racist and Islamophobic. I'm not saying he deserved it, but he deserved it.
Oh, see, that's funny.
Oh,
but not funny.
Oh.
See, someone made a Dragon Ball joke.
That's tough.
Yeah, someone made a Dragon Ball joke.
Yeah, well, that's...
My trunks, I put a hole in you.
A lot of motherfucking people responded to these immediately.
That's because it's a hot button topic, but I don't think you got anything too spicy like that other video.
And here we go with more Palestine stuff. Now, this, y'all didn't come through for Home's Palestine charity stream? Bino. I'm assuming that's the guy because he also reposted him. The only thing you could do for the gun laws is literally...
Don't give it to retard.
No, like, yeah, psychopaths, where you just make sure the person's not a fucking...
If you have a mental issue, if you're taking pills, how about you don't get a gun?
On here, you get... On here, you'll get more likes.
Dude.
But I promise you, the view of killing people for talking is horrible. I am not a right-wing lunatic for having the same opinion that every left-wing politician and notable influencer has. I genuinely worry about some of you. This rise in political extremism is insane. I know a lot of you are coming from the idea of fighting evil, but this is the line. This is the one thing you have to say is bad, because it will happen again. And to someone speaking on the side of the issue we all care about. YouTubers speaking up for Charlie Kirk but not Palestine is insanity? Wow. Dotto, this one's for y'all. I agree, I just feel no sympathy for him. I do for his family, because now kids have to grow up without a dad. And that's fucked up, but I can't possibly feel bad for Hitler Jr. See how this guy phrases it. He called him fucking Hitler Jr. Getting shot shouldn't have been shot, just don't feel bad. That's literally a fine take. That's why I go, the Hitler Jr. thing's kind of crazy. I ain't saying you gotta feel bad for the guy, but that's a fucked thing to have happen in front of a live crowd and everything that means for this space going forward. I agree that someone dying is horrible, a horrible thing. The issue is that the dude literally advocated that people have to get murdered by gun violence. That's not what that means. When you say, I accept the fact that people will die by gun violence, if it means that I have to protect my gun rights, it's not saying gun violence is good. It just means that, you know it's gonna happen.
You could never get rid of all the guns. But most, we could. Just because we can, doesn't mean we should. People would resent us.
And they'd be alive to do that. Think of the lives we'd save.
Smoking.
What?
Cigarettes kill far more. People keep smoking even though they know it's killing them. Their families can only watch them die.
And?
You want to save lives? Jail every smoker.
And that's important for America. He even said that empathy is made up. How can we feel bad for someone who said not to for this? My take isn't to feel bad for him. He's dead. It's over. I feel bad for us. This does nothing good for the political talks in the U.S. I think it's much worse for, the family or for him. See, when I think of old Charlie Kirk, I thought about the guy that was literally the guy that made shorts on YouTube dunking on liberals. I do not know how that translates to fucking bullets to the brain. This is like if Hassan got shot. Well, again, we make this comparison to Hassan getting shot, and you have to have a little bit of empathy. See, Hamas Piker can literally be a terrorist supporter.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my god, dude. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
But if you get shot by a random extremist right-wing guy, you're gonna be like, oh fuck. You gotta be fucking kidding me. No way. If he was gonna die, make it be by AIDS. 'Cause at least that's brought on by himself, right? Well, wish death upon him in the context of an STD that's given based on, an innocuous person that also happens to have it. But not, and it'll still suck, and you don't have to die by AIDS. You can be, I think Charlie Sheen still is alive and still has AIDS. A politician getting assassinated, par for the course. Some of them get assassinated just for voting on bills, right? That actually affect the country.
That No Kings chick.
The No Kings lady that got shot because she happened to pass she was a leftist or some shit like that. Actually push a law and something happens. Like if they shot somebody over Roe v. Wade. When it comes to Charlie Kirk, he has an organization that probably, makes bank and gets money and funds political parties, but he's just a dude, right, on the internet. So he can be political, but he wasn't like a politician.
He was just getting his nut.
He was just getting his nut. He wasn't a politician, so just the fact that he got shot, and you'll say it's done, it's over with, and we should move on and think about ourselves rather than...
What the hell? Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
I think it was in Key Moments. I never want to
I didn't watch that.
I never want to be a divisive YouTuber, so I just go along with whatever the loudest people say. And since he's talking to a literal, probably a Palestinian guy, he is just trying to echo things that are and shape his wording in a way that doesn't offend him because he is that type of guy. And that's the way you can see that.
So,
because that's who he's replying to.
Yes, for sure, this will radicalize people even more. See, he thought of it. Even more, and it's crazy what the recent future will bring. But I do also think that this dude was trying to push some scary things, like not feeling empathy for gun violence or school shootings. I don't know, man. Both sides have issues here. Literally, South Park had apathetic school shootings. It literally was part of the episode where it happened all the time and nobody cared. And Sharon just had to shut up and calm the fuck down. Yeah. It was literally a South Park episode.
Are you joking? You're gonna take 1 second to compare child murder to park upgrades? What is wrong with everybody? You've all gone crazy!
Anybody need a drink?
I said my piece on Israel and Palestine. The whole area should be turned to nuclear glass, so there's nothing left to fight over anymore after moving everyone out. That would still make them fight over the area that exists to begin with. At 4 p.m. today, Charlie Kirk died. He says the fake moral shit people do when evil people die. Ryan did not like Charlie Kirk. Now tell me that's not fucked in the ass.
Yeah, because it's probably a bunch of Palestine people, dude.
He does not, guarantee deserve to die, nor does a politician, but a politician at least there's something to aim for because, there's cause and effect. He just sat there and talked to college students. They were the guys that watched the South Park episode and thought, why are the people laughing at with Charlie Kirk? They are making fun of you.
Yeah.
Dude, tell me this doesn't scream that energy with old Ron.
Yeah, and he retweeted it.
It's fucked up. Okay.
Yeah,
and then
but Ryan was the fucked up part of this video. The rest of it was basically filler.
Them being bitch.
Yeah, the rest of it was basically filler.
Don't come crying to me about Charlie Kirk getting shot after you spent the last 2 years turning a blind eye or endorsing the systemic slaughter of Palestinians. He retweeted this.
Rhyme is literally... He is California brain.
When you retweet somebody, you're basically agreeing with the sentiment in the thing. So you can call that a virtue signal, but I think when Dotto says... I'm glad I actually looked at... I didn't mean to look at that specific Dotto tweet where he looked at talked about that guy with Palestine, but it actually connects with old Rhyme. So when you retweet somebody that happens to be talking about it, and Dotto will say, I know nothing about it, I'm just talking about, Americans dying today, and, I'm American, so that's why it matters to me. Now, do we agree that when they repost something fucked up, that they might agree with it? Because there's no quote tweeting it?
because he shouldn't repost.
Yeah, because... So like this, he reposted somebody else using Zoran Mamdani. The message from Zoran Mamdani was, normal.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who did you retweet?
Is that Destiny?
Yeah,
I can't
Destiny.
see, there's one person...
Yeah, there is one person in this country right now who has the power to lower the temperature on the violent and vitriolic rhetoric that is coursing through the political veins, rather than take the opportunity to do that. Like Biden, when Trump was shot at, Trump took to social media to make political attacks on the left while absolving his own side of all responsibility, all before even knowing who the shooter is. See you guys at the next shooting. Can't wait for conservatives to act as befuddled about this one as they do about the next one.
It just implies that leftists are just going to continue to shoot people.
Build back better, there'll be violence and riots until you Bible thumpers learn to fall in line and trust the science.
We don't think that's a little bit bad? Little bit bad?
Retweeting some Destiny.
Retweeting Destiny that doesn't even care if kids get murdered? And I'm sure he's got Charlie Kirk jokes already in the back pocket. I don't look at his shit. But I know he does, because when the family of that firefighter who got shot during his rally, you laughed at his ass.
Just to be clear, fuck you. Fuck the guy that got shot at the rally. This is why I don't give a fuck about showing sympathy.
Both ends of the left spectrum, Hassan
and Destiny. It ain't helping.
Retweeting both of them is a little terrible.
I mean, at least Hassan didn't have a hardcore, evil Charlie Kirk tweet.
If he did,
and he didn't, repost that. All he did was repost Hassan describing the situation as he got shot.
I bet you if he did describe it in the way that he usually describes things, that Dotto wouldn't have did that.
Probably not. But the fact that he did Destiny is...
But you're only getting this shit from Rhyme. That's it.
Rhyme is definitely the guy, right? Rhyme is definitely the evil motherfucker of the group. He don't give two shits. But I'm just saying, that's a bad fucking repost, am I right? That's why I choose to do the quote thing. Not only because that's the only thing I know how to do, but because, I get to put in my own piece.
That's what Rhyme should do. He should just say, look how fucked up this shit is. Look at this thing.
No, reposting is spreading information.
The three idiots need to pay attention to the people.
I don't think they are. I don't think they are.
Pay attention to the people they're reposting. Because, dude, the Hassan
Kill
Piker,
Rick Scott, fucking Hassan Piker. Yeah, it ain't helping.
We need to be more radicalized. I see there's
somebody has to do it. Yeah.
Dude,
it ain't helping.
You need to be more conscientious of the people that you're retweeting.
Obviously, he's not, and it's either that he's not or he agrees. I'm gonna go with he's not. Maybe he's just a dumbass, but you can only, have so many times of doing that kind of thing. If for Rhyme, it happened twice.
Was it a part of his channel, or did someone else upload the Someone's Gotta Do It fucking...
No, it's
clip?
Taylor Lorenz.
No, the clip of him actually saying it. I see a couple of revolutionaries.
Oh, yeah, that was somebody else, I think. Because, they were at the rally and videotaped it on the phone.
Research on the people that you retweet. Because, dude, that shit, that's literally saying we're going to use the Second Amendment so hard that you're going to want to ban it.
Yeah, that's essentially what that is. We will make you ban it by forcing you to do so because we'll start taking away rights because we'll force you to.
Because we're going to take away the rights because we're doing it and you just have to deal with the aftermath of what we did.
In the 80s, you'll have like stories of like your dad. I don't know how many people have this kind of story, but of your dad like bringing a rifle to school because it happened to be on the back of their fucking car.
And after school, they went hunting and fucking
And whatnot. So everybody was just randomly carrying guns. So you would have to ask yourself, what part of, civilized society changed in a way that...
When did the mental health care start or stop or whatever?
The
When
thing
did
is,
you start having mental health issues?
Because obviously back then, mental health wasn't much of a, a problem that needed to be fixed in the context of nobody fucking cared. We have healthcare that exists in America that's way more inclusive and nice. Yet somehow people are more stunted and need more healthcare and mental healthcare and drugs. It doesn't make any sense. You gotta ask yourself why the fuck that happened. Why can my dad carry a fucking rifle around, beating each other's ass?
Local news.
Well, I'm gonna meet you after school and we're gonna fight.
Well, that was settling some shit. That wasn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up, but I'm gonna fuck you up later. And if it was at school, it was still violent. They would fuck you up. Yet
they wouldn't kill you over shit.
Yet they'd still have guns and had all the option in the world to use them.
There was a sense of honor and pride back then.
Well, maybe it was honor and pride, but I don't think that mattered in the case of a teenager. We do not have an outro, so we're gonna start from the niceness to the meanness like last time. I'm just gonna summarize it for you for the sake of time in the video and this being near the end. They post about Charlie Kirk, say the gun violence is out of control, and somebody's got to do something before we get all radicalized up in this bitch. Somehow make it about Palestine. Charlie Kirk's dead, but I really haven't been hitting enough Palestine. Yeah. Rhyme Style is the fucking evil one. We said this before in the video.
From the river to the sea.
No. And here's the next person in this fucking franchise. You ready for this? Look who reposted the From the River to the Sea.
Swag Kage? The Swag Kage guy?
The Swag Kage guy going, he's replying to somebody else saying from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. All I have to say about that is, if you're gonna say that Israel's committing a genocide and not hit it with the 50-50, the 50-50 with this slogan is, we're gonna kill all the Jews.
There is no 50-50 with From the River to the Sea.
No, yeah, that's if you believe the Jews.
There is.
I know, it's if you believe the Jews. That's the 50-50.
There's no
if
air
I
quote
believe
either.
the Jews.
There is no.
I'm putting up air quotes.
Cut out some of the Palestine stuff. I mean, it's too much. It's too much as Charlie Kirk died.
He's a real hater. He, Rhyme Style, he dips his toe in. This motherfucker says something I think a lot of people forget right now, is that the ideas are dangerous. And there's that one guy in one of the Dotto tweets I can't remember the name of. That's one of the guys. Extremely common Swag Kage W. Hitler controlled an army, bro. This is not an opt comparison. How did he control that army? He talked to the people, swayed their opinion. Kirk was also not nobody. The President of the United States ordered flags half-mast for him all weekend. His influence was huge.
Oh, so it is about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this Rhyme
God,
retweeted from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, and this guy is all in on the Charlie Kirk hate train.
Anime YouTubers.
I can't bring myself to feel bad for someone who was openly bigoted, pro-genocide, who called deadly gun violence necessary to protect the Second Amendment.
Oh, that's a Charlie Kirk tweet, dude. Oh no, dude. Oh, geez.
Come on.
God, get these anime YouTubers off my feed.
Dude, you go to them on the Twitters to see random funny things that they might say if they might rate an anime.
Ryan was vague about it. This guy just says it with his whole chest.
Whole chest. I see, I can respect that more. Maybe I would have to just click on the character himself, what this guy said. Pan-Africanist, anti-imperialist, Marxism. Yeah, all the buzzwords that will make Hassan Piker jizz his pants.
Oh my god, dude. And what I mean by both perspective is literally not the...
Hold on, yeah, okay, the Omega guy said something. Saying we must reject political violence in America while actively funding a genocide is so ridiculous, these people are insane. The squad!
Oh my god!
The squad! I told you! There would be more than one! Oh, buddy! He reposted it, by the way. This isn't actually him.
That's a translation to, but there's a why are we doing this when there's a genocide happening? Oh my, no!
Yeah, so he did the simple, no sympathy for the man, I just wish we didn't live in a country with mass shootings. Very simple, but then he whipped out the genocide.
No, please don't.
Oh, and now I gotta see the thunder shot, dude. Now I gotta see the thunder shot. No way. USC founder Charlie Kirk died at 31. Trump announces. Yeah.
There's the thoughts and prayers. So it wasn't stupid. So it wasn't stupid, dude. I don't like the tweets where you turn something and you want to swap it to something else.
It's that guy! No! You know the guy that has the little animated Dragon Ball gi that's in the shorts?
Yeah.
Blocking anyone that tries to argue it isn't a genocide. I really don't care. I don't know how many human rights groups, including some in Israel, have to label it a genocide before you accept it as one. But that's not on me. Some of y'all really do anything to avoid saying Free Palestine. Denouncing a genocide shouldn't be this difficult.
Who the hell was that?
And this is a tweet that literally, the one that Rhyme reposted, where they said, you know, I don't really care about Israel, Palestine, let it turn into charged glass and let them not have a place to fight anymore. That dumbass one?
Yeah.
And he goes, this is genuinely such an embarrassing solution. I don't know how this tweet is still up.
No, just cut it out. It's about Charlie Kirk. Please just roll it back to Charlie Kirk. It's over.
It just gets drowned out. Charlie Kirk gets drowned out. And that's, dude, it's every Dragon Ball YouTuber.
They're trying to drown it out.
Whoa, every single one, dude.
No. Like, this isn't right. Let the people grieve. Let the people talk about Charlie Kirk for a minute.
I'm looking for it. There's no way. There's seriously no fucking way that's a real thing.
That makes it even worse.
All right, there is literally 0% chance it's a real thing.
The fur community is got to get it down.
We're about to pull in the Flash Gets Furry Squad. I don't remember what they're called. Well, where do I find this? This would have already popped up. Hold on.
So, I don't know. Like I said, I just got this information today. Just 2 minutes ago, sitting down. I don't know anything about it. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it's fake. Either way, that is some irony. Not irony. That's some fucking funny ass shit.
Who did this? Look at this. Somebody made an action figure.
That's not right. Okay, that's a little... Whoa.
Please report this account on X to the FBI. This is disgusting and should not be tolerated.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Okay, look, do the Trump. I don't care, but god damn.
Alleged Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson threatened to kill himself rather than surrender after being confronted by dad.
Sounds
sources
fine to me.
say.
Their parents is the one that turned him in.
I don't believe
They said that the parents said Trump will kill you if you don't turn yourself in. Which in that case, your parents were kind of right. Dude, it's over for him, dude.
Yeah, political assassinations could warrant the death penalty.
I do not believe this. They gotta show me like his furry account, like
apparently he had a full suit.
Like his persona. He's gotta be talking to other furries, like
it's Discord.
Pirate Software.
Apparently, when they're trying to kill Charlie Kirk, they use Discord. Apparently, Discord is.
Yeah, you gotta show me his Discord and show me his messages being a furry.
America doesn't spy on Discord. That's weird. I didn't know that.
Depends on who owns it.
Yeah,
like Facebook.
That is just